I've spent over $1 million on Meta ads for my niche dropshipping store, and here's how you can set up your first campaign with Meta. Welcome back to my channel, it's the ECOM Zone, and I'll be taking you through phase 1, testing. So before you start running your ads, you need to set up your Meta Business Manager with multiple admins. The reason why you want multiple admins is because if one account gets banned or hacked, you have the other admins to fall back on. Next step is to connect your pixel, and if you haven't created a pixel, create your pixel and connect it to your Shopify store. You want to also install Facebook app on Shopify and set the tracking to maximum, this so that the data from Shopify gets fed back to Facebook. You want to have multiple angles, creatives and copy to test before you start running your ads. This is because in phase 1 of testing, we need to test multiple creatives to see what works. Your store must be ready and your product page must be optimized for sales, and if you don't know if you're ready or not, check out my other videos and I go through the perfect product page, product descriptions, etc. Next, you need a starting budget of $1,000 or more. If you're starting with anything less, you're going to struggle, and you're always going to be looking at your ads and seeing if they work or not, and if they're not working, you're going to be worried or stressed or anxious about them, and then you're going to want to switch them off really quickly. But the thing is with Facebook ads now is that you need to give it time to optimize. You also need a regular income stream to cover the ads and also payment holds. So next, we want to calculate your break-even cost per purchase. For example, you have an average order value of $50. Your product cost of goods is $20. Next, you have a processing fee of $250, and this means your cost per purchase must be less than $27.5. So for every sale, you need to spend a maximum of $27 to break even. However, we must not forget paying taxes, so to be honest, your cost per purchase will be around $20 to $25. So looking at my ads manager for my branded niche dropshipping store, you can see I've spent over $900k since January 2021. To set up your first campaign, we're going to go over to this corner here, press the create button, go to sales. Now, if anyone tells you to run awareness, traffic, engagement campaigns, run away from them. You do not need to. So we're going to click sales. I'm going to click manual sales campaign. Now, if you do have the budget, you should really be testing both Advantage Plus and manual sales because they both work well for me. And also the thing with Facebook is something may work this time, but it may not work the next time. So the first one, we're going to click manual sales campaign, continue, and it's going to create it. So we're going to name it top of funnel category testing V1. Now this category, you enter what you're testing. Let's say it's pet stores or cat and dogs. Just name this cat testing V1. Leave this, leave that, sales, leave this, use catalog. If you do have one, this is really good and is perfect for niche stores with multiple products from your store. Now if you don't have a catalog connected, you click this off. You want to go to Advantage campaign budget. Now this box means you either set the campaign budget at campaign level or the ad set level. So let's say we set this campaign budget to £50. Facebook will then use £50 per day and spread the spend across your ad sets. Now you won't have control on what ad sets it will spend its money on, and that is what campaign budget optimization is. I'm going to leave this as highest volume of value and keep the rest the same. Click next. Now you're just going to name this broad V1. Have your website, maximum number of conversions. Next, you're going to have to select your pixel and also set the conversion event as purchase. You do not want to set this as any other active events. And you may get errors saying, oh, it's too early to optimize for purchase. Just ignore that, you don't need to worry about it. Next is dynamic creative, we're going to leave it off. Set this as tomorrow at 00. And this way the budget will spend evenly across the day. Now as for locations, you want to check your suppliers which countries they send to, but I always do the top 8 or 10 countries. So UK, United States, Australia, we've got Canada, New Zealand, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, and you can even do Norway, Switzerland, depending on where your supply is shipped to. And go down and leave everything as it is. So So now it's time to set up your first ad. You're gonna select your page. I'm gonna leave it out for now, and then create ad, and you're gonna do manual upload, single image, video, carousel, collection, any of these. So add video. Okay, so once your video is uploaded, you click next. Recommend up to 15 seconds, so if you want you can just trim it down. This is just an example, I'm not actually uploading this video. And then click done. So ad creative is uploading. Now it's time to add your primary text, headline and description. This is a very important part to your ad, and you really need to nail down on your copy. Now if you don't know what to write in this, I advise you to use ChatGPT and Google to create suggestions for you. So let's head over to ChatGPT and type in a prompt to create us some primary text suggestions. So now you have all these suggestions pumped out with ChatGPT. You can literally just copy or use it as inspiration and then put it into your primary text. Now you put it all this, calling all pet parents. So once we have our first line, we're going to add our offer in on a second. So mine is save up to 50% off. Then we're going to state that we offer free worldwide shipping, and then shop now at your website link. Facebook also added this new AI feature here where they have suggested text variations, and you can add a total of 4, making it 5 out of 5. And you should really spend some time looking at these, reading through them and updating them. Next is headline, so unlocking pet happiness. If you don't know what to write here, ask ChatGPT again and look at other headline examples. For description, I usually write a free worldwide shipping or the offer, like up to 50% off. You want to set your call to action as shop now. Next, you want to enter your website URL and display link. Set browser add-ons as none. We want to make our way down to tracking. Make sure your pixel's connected. Click offline events. And then for URL parameters, I usually just enter a random name and campaign source so that in the future you can use it to track. At the moment, you don't really need to use URL parameters, but it's good to just add one in for now. Now that you've created your first video ad, it's time to duplicate this. So click duplicate. Now we're going to do video 2. So video 2 will be another video that you're going to upload. So add video, and you're going to keep repeating this process up to 5 times. So once we have 3 videos in your first ad set, we're going to just duplicate this now. And now we're going to test this one as broad US UK. So scroll all the way back down. Delete these countries. And this strategy works for any country. If you don't want to test US and UK, you could test Germany and just call it Germany, test Germany. Duplicate again. And now we can also test interest in this ad set here. So when setting your interest, you need to go down here and click switch to original audience options. Use original audience. And then here we can have, let's just say cats, dogs. Now you can test a few interests at a time. So for this one we could test 2. I wouldn't test more than 5 interests at a time in one ad set. So next we want to set budgets for each ad set. So we're going to highlight all 3. I'm going to go to ad set spending limits. Click edit. Go here, enter amount. I'm going to set it as 5. So £5 a day. And this ensures that Facebook is going to give £5 per ad set to spend. Now that's only £15. So the rest of the £35, they're going to push it to the ad set that they think is going to work best. And that, guys, is how you set up your first campaign. So now we're going to talk about post iOS 14 updates, what does and doesn't work anymore, and also when to switch off ads. So post for iOS 14 updates, advertisers can only track 50% of purchases. Essentially, they've stopped us from tracking Apple users. What you see on the ad metric is only half the picture, and it's difficult to test what advert works. Because if an iPhone user buys from your website from your advert, it may or may not track. And it's also difficult to optimize and scale winning ads. So what doesn't work well anymore? Interest targeting. The reason why it doesn't work well anymore is due to the iOS 14 update, but I do sometimes test interest targeting here and there. The funny thing with meta ads is that sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. You just have to keep testing. Lookalike audiences and duplicating campaigns over and over again, that doesn't work anymore. And overcomplicated campaign structure just gets messy over time. Basically, Facebook has dumbed it all down and you just need one campaign that's for testing, one campaign for scaling, one for bottom of the funnel, and you're pretty much set. And if you have multiple categories on your website, then you create new campaigns for them. So when to switch off ads? Switch off any ads after 2 days if your CTR is less than 2%, your CPM is more than $15, or your cost per click is more than $1. The reason why we're switching off the ads with these results is because it's a bad performing ad. However, if your ROAS is more than your break-even ROAS, do not switch off ads, even if you have a higher cost per click, or high CPM, or low CTR. This just means you need to optimize your ads and improve your creatives. So thanks for watching guys, and I hope I made it clear on how you guys set up your first campaign. Smash that like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Peace.